God, I forgot to record. Okay, fine. I'm gonna re-record it. Okay, the next race is Suzuka, right? Suzuka is supposed to be this amazing track that everybody raves about and talks about, but is it? Is it really? I played the Suzuka track in F1. I played it in Forza. It's like a needle in a hairpin had a baby and decided to, be the worst track on the planet. Okay, it's not the worst track on the planet. That's obviously Monaco. But this thing, man, like, it is so tough to pass here. It is so tough to overtake. It's so tough to, like, you just have to qualify well. That's the whole point of Suzuka, which is basically all F1 now. But I'm losing my mind, man. Suzuka's not awesome. It's just people like Japanese things. That's it. Okay, let's get to the race. Okay, qualifying. Fine, let's qualify. What? Mercedes did great. That's it. Okay, McLaren also did well, but fine, whatever. I'll go watch the qualifying and get back. Suzuka qualifying. Mark dominated, obviously. And the only interesting news is obviously Max is out in Q3. He's pissed. The car's jumping. Limblad beat Max. I think Limblad went into Q3. So, yay, Limblad. Anything interesting? Charles Leclerc really trying. Charles has clearly said that his Q3 waves don't work anymore. It's all about battery management, and the cars apparently deploy energy and all that. So it's just, I don't know, lots of computers controlling the cars. It's a lot more engineers F1 than the current whatever car driver based F1. I don't know. Charles doing his best, man. He's adapting to the, qualifying, but he's no more the king of qualifying if he goes the old qualifying way, which is drive to the edge. And okay, let me explain qualifying. Qualifying is all about going as high on the grid as possible with the most least amount of time. Okay, so if you have the least amount of time and have the cleanest laps, you get as high on the grid. That's qualifying. How do you do that? By keeping the car on the edge. I mean, the whole point of F1 is keeping the car on the edge. And now it's all driven by computers. And yes, yo-yo racing is cool to look at, but it turns out computers, like, okay, last race, we were all told that it's all, given to the drivers, and the drivers get a boost button and they click the boost. Yes, technically, yes, they have a boost button, but turns out the car decides based on the driver's capabilities on whether to provide the boost or not. I mean, what the shit, man? No wonder they're pissed. No wonder Max is just annoyed, man. He's just a dejected man. He just wants to. I've never seen a man who wants to badly kill himself. He's so fed up of these regulations. Okay, yeah, qualifying Antonelli did amazing. Russell's gonna start being evil Russell very soon. He can't hide it. Russell's so British. And yeah, Italy's got a new king. Antonelli does it. The rest of them are fine. The usual suspects make it. McLaren also does a decent job. So, okay, let's see what happens. Oscar Piastri, the guy who's not started a race until now, has finally done it, and he's qualified number 3, which is interesting. And George is right behind Kimi and Pierre Gasly. Oh my god, Pierre Gasly's 7th. Oh, that's a nice foreshadow, because I think the guy maintains it across. Hajas 8th. Max is not there. Hajas Otleto, yeah, qualified 9th. Nice. Limblad also came in. Last was Limblad. Yeah, okay, whatever. The grid looks nice. Alpine is the biggest shocker. Like, this proves it. This proves that Mercedes makes a good engine. Give it to a good driver. He'll find a way to put it up on the podium, or like at least in the top 10. It's gonna be interesting this season. He's not complaining though. I think Gasly, the only guy, is like not openly complained. Interesting. Okay, let's go into the race. Race starts. And immediately, Mercedes built an extraordinary car. It is extraordinarily good and it's got very good pace. But they are shit in the start. Basically, they don't start well. The people who nail the starts are obviously Ferrari. And Ferrari has Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. They are not going to mess up. So they nail the starts again. They do a good job. But Antonelli loses like 6 positions, 4 positions, whatever. And he loses it. And they don't care because, Mercedes will pick up speed and it'll pick up pace. But guess who gets a good start? Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri Give him any gap. This kid will fight. He's the boogeyman of F1. The man will just find a gap. And yeah, he's in lead and Antonelli chasing him and the rest in the back, doing this shit. I think interesting over here. No, it's just yo-yo racing potential, pass and repass potential. That's pretty cool. And Antonelli is just chopping people and getting up. And the cars got pace. Russell's also chopping up and getting up. Russell's a shit start too. So it's a race between four people, essentially. On the top, basically Antonelli, Russell, Piastri, Leclerc, and Hamilton is barely in there. But yeah, he's there in two. At the bottom, a great interesting situation. Hajar's doing good, but way better than him is Max. Max is it's an extraordinary racer. He did not do Q3, he sucked, but whatever. He was like towards P17 or P18 and he came in and he's already close to the top 10s and Hajar is also up there. Hajar lost a lot of points. He was 8, I guess, and he lost. And guess who's still holding? Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly, give this guy a good car and he'll find a way to put it on the top 10. This dude has been so badly left over. No wonder he's pulling those goals. So, Pierre Gasly is number 7th and everybody's chasing him down on midfield. He is the king of midfield this season. And yeah, Alpine has finally succeeded in making a good recruit. We'll see what happens. Hope, Ryan Reynolds and the other McElhaney guy, he didn't pull their investment, from Alpine. Well, this ain't Wrexham, buddy. It's gonna suck. Your money's gonna suck for a while. Anyway, so tangent aside, Yapir does well. The rest are okay. Bortoletto is doing fine. Yeah, he's gone a little lower. Everybody seems fine. The race starts. A few turns, and already, Antonelli's up there. Russell's up there. Leclerc and Hamilton are right behind. And so is Norris. Norris is also fighting. I didn't mention Norris because Norris is kind of nonchalant, non-existent in this race. But he was up in the top 10, whatever. And yeah, they keep fighting. And so those are the top guys, the top 5. And when you go down, I wanted to look at what's going on in the midfield. And midfield looks like it's Gasly's kingdom. This man, he found his pace and nobody's able to catch him. Max is right behind Gasly. He's 2 seconds off, 3 seconds off, 4 seconds off, 2 seconds off. It's just not working. Turns out there is this evil curse called the turn 16. If you pass or repass around turn 16, by turn 1 you'll be repassed again. So it's just Gasly and Max just fighting in turn 16 and Max will pass him in turn 16 and Gasly just goes back up in turn 1. And it's just they just keep fighting. And the rest are just okay, whatever. Alonso's in the mix, and Albon's in the mix, and Bortoletto's in the mix. Lawson, surprisingly, in the mix. Lemblad nowhere to be seen. Interesting. As this happens, and now it's like lap 7, lap 8, and Gasly's still defending, man. This guy really has his own axe to grind. So yeah, he's up there. And then yeah, everybody takes a pit stop. It's a one-stop strategy race, and everybody takes a pit stop. And as this happens, everybody comes in apart from Antonelli. And I think a few others, but mainly Antonelli doesn't come out. Colapinto also doesn't come out, I guess. So Gasly comes out. So yeah, has to have everybody pits and they go on and boom, unexpectedly out of nowhere, just as Russell pit, there's a yellow flag. And it's Bearman. Oliver Bearman has just racked it onto the barracks. Completely sideways. One side of the car is completely gone. It's not completely gone. It's like clearly like opened up. And Bearman is limping. He does not look good. It's very similar to the Max Verstappen crash with Hamilton, and it was bad. Max did not like it. These cars are not very strong on the sides. They only have front collision, puffing up stuff. But the sides, if you collide, is still very hurtful. And Bearman's only 18, man. If he dies, it's really horrible. And then there was an investigation, and turns out it was the shitty regs. These stupid regulations have screwed up the cars. Turns out there's an AI inside these stupid cars and it just decides whenever it feels like to give power. Colapinto and Bearman were going in the same lane essentially, and Colapinto was harvesting and Bearman got a nice deployment. And Like, what is going on? Sometimes they get a deployment, they hit boost and it goes. Otherwise, the car just decides. Sometimes it's insane. It's like the car is driving and these guys are just turning. What the hell is going on? And okay, so here's what happened. Colapinto and Bearman are on the same street, whatever, lane, whatever. They're in the same space. Colapinto is lifting and coasting like a jackass, whatever. That's what he has to do. And he's harvesting the batteries. Ollie just gets a huge boost, and the guy just racks in and just try to make an overtake. And Ollie Bamman will do it. He's Mr. Overtake. He's like one of those technical, extraordinary drivers who can like really drive well. He's gonna be a generational talent. Let's just face it. So he comes in, and right as he's coming in, Colapinto obviously defends, and he comes into the racing line, tries to defend, and Ollie takes away some maneuvers. And the moment he takes away some maneuvers, his car drifts and he racks it into the barracks, right on the barriers. It's insane. Like, he just parallel parked onto the barriers and the entire side of his car is gone. It's out of. I don't know what the hell is F1 regulations doing. These regulations are shit. They have to figure out this 50-50 power ratio, or something has to be done. Even if the 50-50 power ratio is a thing, they have to at least figure out the power deployment. And the power deployment should be in the hands of the drivers. It's insane. It's like your car just speeds up in the middle of the highway for no reason. And you have a huge crash and the judge blames you for it. This is trash. Okay, so that's that. And this, insane event helps Antonelli. Everybody pit. Antonelli had not pit. And this happens immediately, kind of, after they pit. And Antonelli gets a very cheap pit stop. And Colapinto gets a pit stop. And everybody, gets it. Some people do a double pit stop. Oh, Albon does a pit stop, I heard. Okay, Albon, I don't know what the hell he's doing. This entire race, he had like 5 pit stops. What is this, a joke? What is going on inside the Williams team? What the shit? Anyway, yeah, Russell had just gotten the lead after the pitting, and now actually no, Russell was almost on the lead to get into after the pitting, and Antonelli gets a cheap pit stop, and easily comes back into the first, first of the grid, and Antonelli is back to leading, and this just give this guy a leading car, and he'll just fly with it, and these cars are so bad in the dirty air. I mean, last regulations they were really bad. This one is even worse. So the dirty air is the leading car is the one of the advantage. That's it. Okay, so Antley just flies away essentially. Piastri is always trying to fight him. Piastri was on a very good run. If they did not get that yellow flag, there's a high chance Piastri could have won the race because this man could defend. I mean, it's amazing. Look at this story, Piastri did not start a race until the third race. He did not start a race until Suzuka, and he's coming in second. There was a chance he could have been first. Anyway, so they fight each other, and Russell's in the back. He's not happy. And Russell is like all the way down now. And yeah, he fights Hamilton, and Hamilton goes through, and there's Leclerc right in front of him, and then he fights Leclerc, and now he's number 2. It's Piastri number 2, Antonelli first, and Russell right behind him, number 3, and Leclerc behind Russell. And this fight goes on. And behind there is Gasly and Max. Max is just given up. He just says bye after a while. He just says bye-bye to Gasly, and Gasly just passes him. And this whole thing is a joke. Yeah, this happens, and randomly one of the Aston Martins retire. And it's Stroll, whatever, who cares? Stroll is gone, and when this happens, there's a yellow flag. It didn't make much of a difference in the race. They keep fighting, and all the interesting people are in the points. Good thing is, even though Bearman is gone, Ocon is in the points. And this will be very good for Ocon because Ocon's a very good driver, but he's not had any points until now. And Haas this season has been really good. I'm so happy with that. Haas had that awesome livery. That livery looked so cool even after the crash, by the way. I don't know what they've done. They've done a very good job. So is the RB's liveries. They're also doing very well. Anyway, so yeah, they fight. And as this happens, Russell makes a small issue. Russell doesn't make any error. There is this stupid battery deployment shit, or something happens to the dumbass car, and he makes a small glitch, and that glitch is all Leclerc needs. Immediately, Leclerc passes Russell, and now Russell is third. In lap 52, Leclerc gets to third. That's insane. And there were 53 laps in total, if you want to know. And yeah, Antonelli wins. He's very happy. No, second back-to-back wins. Is he going on a Piastri arc? We'll see. Now, is okay, we'll answer the questions later, but basically, Anthony wins. Piastri is right behind him, and yeah, he wins by a few, like 30 seconds or something. It's pretty big gap. And you think it's Russell, but it's actually Leclerc. Finally, another Ferrari on the podium. Ferrari's been on the podium twice this season already, so that's a good sign, I suppose. Fred Vasseur, yeah, who are the team principal of Ferrari, expect big things in Miami. We'll see what happens. He didn't say what big things, but something good is going to happen, I hope. Yeah, so the rest are, well, Norris is number fifth, and Leclerc's fourth, Hamilton is sixth, and seventh is Gasly. Gasly finds a way to get into the points, and he's so much above Max Verstappen. Max is just struggling. These cars are shit in dirty air, by the way. So yeah, the rest are fine. And Lawson gets into the points, and then Ocon. Ocon gets into the points finally, and yeah, that was a good race for all the team. It's nice to see, because of new regulations. At least there's a nice spread. It's not the usual suspects. But there are some serious dangers in these cars. You have to find a way to give the control to the drivers. This is insane. I mean, or make the AI better, and I don't believe AI can be better anytime soon. If they're using the same generative AI nonsense, it's yeah. So yeah, that was a race, pretty boring race to be honest. Antonelli led every lap almost. Piastri kept fighting him. I'm so happy Piastri's on a podium again. Piastri is my guy. Is Piastri gonna fight for the win? As expected, McLaren has bought a good car. That's nice. Both of them, both the McLarens were in the points, win good points. Norris also fought well. I think this is gonna be a fight between a three-way fight for the championship. And I mean, if Russell is one of my favorite drivers, to be honest, even though it doesn't seem like it. I really want Russell to win because he really deserves the championship. He really deserves it. He's a very consistent driver. But, bad luck and bad race starts have ruined his podium today. But yeah, Mercedes has been on the podium every race now, which is a sign that they're going to absolutely dominate. Ferrari's been on the podium basically almost the whole time. And yeah, it's a sign that they're going to dominate, and there's nothing else we can do about it. That's the race. Lots of questions. The race started basically with Max not happy with the press or something. British press is shit. Everybody is like not happy with Rex, and the idea of the Bearman thing scared everybody. Nobody's happy about it. Every F1 YouTuber is just talking about saying Bearman crash. Yeah, it's true. It's bad. Yeah, what are you gonna say? Yeah, it's horrible. I'm just glad he's fine, and the next race is like so far away in Miami. I think a whole month later. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of news. Yeah, I think Ben will be fine by that time. There's not much after that race. Race happened. And really won. It's nice to see him win. Italy has a new king. That's it, really. Max is not happy. Max wants to quit. Yeah, I think that's it. I looked up the other YouTubers. I don't see them talking about anything else. It's the same thing. They're just rinsing and repeating the same concept. Yeah, that was a race. So that was a race. That was that. Let's move on to some headlines. Let's see what we got here. What are the YouTubers talking about? Oh, interesting. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's a lot of Max Verstappen's leaving. Max Verstappen, Oscar Piastri. Oh yeah, he did good. People are happy. Kimi Antonelli's good. Russell's not happy apparently. Nothing about Aston Martin. Well, that's peculiar. They have an insane situation going on. I didn't knew he was not here. Apparently, I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, perfect. Everybody's hiding this. Interesting. Christian Horner, nothing. So most of the YouTubers are just talking about Aston Martin, nothing there. Max Verstappen leaving. That's a major topic. Anything else? Antonelli's great and Russell's not happy. Essentially, that's that. Okay, well, most of the YouTubers are just talking junk. But yeah, there are some serious topics here. Max Verstappen leaving is a very, very big topic. Now, is he going to leave? No, he's not going to leave. But is he upset? Yeah. Is he sad? Yes. Is he particularly annoyed and frustrated with these regulations? Yeah, I could say that. Is anything going to happen? Well, Miami's a long way away. I don't know. People are talking about a 30-60 ratio with the engines and the battery. That's not gonna happen. And I think it's gonna be a 50-50, but they figure out this super clipping or whatever race starts or um, I think it's gonna be 50-50, but they're gonna figure out all these AI issues. Maybe they'll give more control to the drivers. That's more realistic. Kimi Antonelli. Yeah, people are already glazing Kimi Antonelli. Hold on, people. He's very good, but he's no George Russell yet. George Russell has found his enemy, that's for sure. Am I excited about Kimi Antonelli? Yes. Is he the most exciting person for me? Okay, that's a different podcast. But firstly, I like Gabriel Bortoleto and Isaac Hajar. I think Isaac Hajar is one of my favorite. Why? Because I like him and he's cool. I'll do a separate podcast about that. Okay. Anything else? Nothing interesting apart from Max leaving. Yeah, Max is not gonna leave this year for sure. Next year, no, his contract runs till 2028. The only way he'll leave is if he is bad. There's some serious performance clauses. Let me just check. Whoa, I just checked about the performance clauses. Yeah, he could leave. There's one clause in there apparently which says Max can leave if he's not in the top two or in the drivers' championship. Ugh, wow, that's an airtight. Tough. No wonder Christian Horner was so freaking airtight in there. Ooh, top two. He's never going to be in the top two this season. He's completely dejected. Top is going to be Antonelli and maybe Russell and Hamilton, and Leclerc is going to be a four-way battle. Piastri's also entered the mix, so I don't know. He's not going to be the top two for sure. Yeah, he might leave next year. I really don't believe it. It's bullshit. He's never going to find racing like this ever. He's never going to find money like this ever. And do I want him to leave? No, he's one of my favorite. I would say the favorite F1 driver for me. But, well, I'm just very happy that Max is outspoken. He is honest. And he's also proving himself on the road. He's joining other racing series. I did not give a shit about GT3 until now. Now I'd actively watch it. Oh, that's interesting. There are some news about that. I'll get to that later. So, Max, will he leave? Yes, it's possible. Will he leave mid-season? No, that's stupid. He will leave at the end of the season. It's possible, yeah. And it'll be a sad day for us. And what if the others leave too? Hamilton is not going to leave. Norris is not happy. Russell finally started saying something bad over the regulations. All of these F1 drivers only say bad things when bad things happen to them. So it's a very particular trend. Red Bull especially love to play the underdog. We'll see. Whatever. I'm just happy that Hajar is doing pretty decent. Not great. He didn't get much in numbers, but there is some hope for Hajar, and I'm very happy that Gasly is finally getting his comeuppance. The world is finally seeing this man's raw talent. I really hope Max Verstappen acknowledges the fact that Gasly is not somebody to be messed with. Is he a force of nature like Max Verstappen? No. Is he going to win a championship? No. Will he win a championship if we give him a good car? Yes! God, it'll be so awesome to see Gasly on the podium. He so deserves F1. The man gets so happy every time he gets anything in F1. He's starving for a win. Yeah, I mean, very happy with Gasly. I would give him a 10 on 10. Yeah, that was that with Max. Then there is interesting news. Hamilton has a temporary race engineer. I'm not going to even try to pronounce these race engineer names. I'm not good with European and Italian names. But I'm very happy with the engineer this time. I mean, the previous guy was shit, obviously. He was the same guy for Vettel and who was the other guy before him? No, he was the guy for Vettel and Sainz. I mean, come on. Vettel was a broken man, obsessed with bugs at the moment. Sainz is had to be his own race engineer, just like Russell last year. It's just, I mean, this guy sucked. So obviously, I'm very happy for Hamilton. Finally, he's got a good race engineer. Hamilton's whole thing is he needs constant. He's like he gets deflated quickly. So you got to hype him up. And yeah, I'm very happy for Hamilton. And I really genuinely hope he wins more. And it'll be a wonderful day to see the scarlet red on the podium. And if it's Charles Leclerc, I'll be even more happier because obviously amongst the two, I mean, it's very tough for me to pick one because right now I'm really rooting for Hamilton because I just like it when the guy wins. Then there's Charles Leclerc who desperately deserves F1. He's such a pure racer. I'm just so happy to see two really, really good professional drivers. I did not know if I'm from an era where F1 is new to me. So I am just so happy to see professionals in the F1 race. They're so clinical. It's so good to see talent. They're born to race, these two creatures. I always thought Hamilton was washed. That's the thing. And seeing him on the podium and seeing him fighting for wins, and makes you feel good. Now, did Hamilton come on the podium this race? No, it was Leclerc, and Leclerc is freaking phenomenal. And I'm happy either way. I'm just so excited about Ferrari, a team that I never thought I'd care about. because they were a ridiculous team. So happy for Fred Vasseur. Yeah, we know more power to them. Do I want Hamilton to win? Yes. Do I want Russell to win? Yes. Do I want? Okay, this is the tough one. There are no villains here. That's the like, who doesn't want Antonelli to win? I mean, look at the story. The guy is 19. Oh, if he keeps winning, it'll be insane. He's won in his second season. You know how insane that is? There are almost no racers who've won in their second season. Oh my God. Last guy who did this was Max Verstappen or Oscar Piastri. I mean, these are like legendary potential here. Anyway, Kimmy's on his own. He can hold his own. Just he's very good defending. He's got some trouble with race starts. He's got some fear in him, but I think he's not the good. I really like the fact that he's Italian and not like British. Because if he's British, he'll be cool and everybody will sort of understand him and he'll become the new Lando Norris. But because he's Italian, he doesn't get the language. You know, he can just that shyness will force him to be just good. He'll become like a more of a show guy than a tell guy. And I think that was the secret to Max Verstappen. He was not a cool guy. And now he's pretty awesome, but he was not cool, you know. Same with Hamilton. Hamilton was like this squeamish, nerdy, like very like closed in, introverted guy. And that's what gave him his powers. I think that's what Kimi Antonelli needs. I'm just happy that he's Italian. I mean, I think that's Leclerc's only issue is the fact. No, actually, no, that's not the case. I'm just happy for Kimi Antonelli. I hope he wins. I really hope there is something there here. Will he give a fight to Russell? No, he won't. Russell has just been unlucky and he's also had race start issues. If he figures out his race starts, Russell's going to be a demon on wheels. So he cannot get this guy out. Okay, it's Russell's moment to the season and he's going to find a way. He'll lose it if he gets his cool off. He pulls a Max Verstappen, you know, gets emotional. Yeah, he will fucking throw it away. And that's stupid. Okay, whatever. That was that. Yeah, more power to Antonelli, more power to the Ferraris. Sad about Red Bull. And also love Gasly. Please, Gasly, please get more victories and hoping, oh wow, he's so cool to see Gasly in the podium. Yeah. So, what was that? Any other news? Not really. There was that. I'm really happy for Hamilton. And oh yes, MGUK is back, folks. Okay, MGUK is it's basically the battery storage system. No, actually, no, it's the energy that's deployed from the battery. That's the kinetic energy that's deployed from the battery, is basically what MGUK is. Turns out, sneaky Mercedes is doing some sneaky things which are clearly illegal but not on paper, so they're fine. So, in qualifying, apparently, these sneaky motherfuckers, what they're doing is essentially, whenever they feel like, they're just turning off the MGUK. And MGUK is the deploying part of the battery. You know, after the battery stores energy, it has to deploy the energy. The deploying apparatus is the MGUK. And if you control that, if you essentially store energy and don't deploy it, and deploy it whenever you want, you can get boosts whenever you want. And apparently, the others have not figured this out. What the hell? I mean, you have a battery and you don't know how to deploy the energy from the battery. You don't have an on-off switch, bitch. The others don't have a very good on-off switch, and Ferrari is like complaining. That's why qualifying has been crazy for these guys. They're able to get to the speeds whenever they want. Essentially, even though it's an AI thing and most people don't have a control over it, these people have found a way to back engineer it and find control and still keep it with inside regulations, apparently, because the regulations are very murky. Yeah, so that's Mercedes, one of their secrets. Well, others copy it. Yes, of course. It goes through the same cycle. Somebody complains about it and the complaint goes on, and if it's these kinds of regulations are too tricky, and eventually everybody will get them. It's like DRS, everybody gets this shit. And they'll get it at the end. That's a problem. Anyway, so that's one of the secrets of Mercedes. The qualifying then, Max will leave. I told that. Yeah, that was it. And the others are also interesting. There are some more races in the GT series. Some interesting stuff happening there. Stroll might be going to the GT world. Kimi Antonelli, interesting, has said something, and we'll see. We'll see. Maybe in the middle they'll all do some testing. It'll be fun to see the F1 guys testing there. Anyway, that was that. To summarize, boring, shitty race, but a lot of overtakes this time. Way more overtakes this season than last season. There's like a super new thing for Suzuka. I'm very happy. Do I like the track? No. But the fact that these cars can overtake is amazing. I think that's a core of F1. I really hope the drivers get more control over the boost button. I mean, it's ridiculous that this is controlled by AI. That's stupid. And Yeah, that was it. Mercedes doing great. Piastri, after facing bad luck after bad luck, is on the podium. He could have won this race, but he didn't because of the safety car. Also, Kimi Antonelli was really, really good. It was not easy either way, but great. Happy for Russell last minute on lap 52 out of 50, out of 53 laps. He got into the podium. Yeah, that goes to show. Don't mess with Leclerc. Give him an opportunity and he'll goddamn take it. Yeah, that's it. Nothing special. Great. Okay race. Glad for Kimi. Back to back wins. And Mercedes is pretty strong. Also, McLaren coming back. Interesting to see McLaren coming back. Now, is this a raw power of Piastri or McLaren actually are they actually good? We'll have to wait and see. I really don't believe McLaren is that good. McLaren is just like a different Ferrari. It's just Ferrari was like super incompetent, so was McLaren. Now McLaren has become technically competent. Ferrari has become also technically competent, but McLaren is just better than Ferrari. That's it. So are they coming back? We'll have to wait and see. But my bet was on McLaren to pick it up, so I think my bet stands. But I do think Piastri is really pulling this car out of hell and coming into the podium, and he really wanted to prove a point. So he did it. Next race, we'll have to wait and see. Miami. Another shit track. I don't know to see why it's a shit track, but I'll get back to you on that. So yeah, that was it. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.
I can't stand it. I know you planned it. I'ma set it straight. This Watergate. I can't stand rocking when I'm in here. Cause your crystal ball ain't so crystal clear. So while you sit back and wonder why, I got this fucking thorn in my side. Oh my god, it's a mirage. I'm telling y'all, it's sabotage. Listen up, y'all, it's a 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 sabotage. I can't stand it. I know you planned it. I'ma set it straight. This Watergate, but I can't stand rocking when I'm in this place because I feel disgrace. Cause you're all in my face. But make no mistakes and switch up my channel. I'm Buddy Rich when I plugged up the handle. I couldn't leave. It's a mirage. You're scheming on a thing. It's sabotage. I can see in every detail about this song. Make a blueprint, I can give it to Suno.